tutorial, we will look at determining the network and storage firmware and driver version in ESXi 4 and ESXi 5. This video is based on VMware Knowledge Base article 1027206. For information on how to determine the firmware version of a host bus adapter, see KB article 1002413. To see how to open a console to the ESXi host, see KB article 1003807 or KB article 1017910. In ESXi 5, the swfw.sh command is supplied with the VM Support Bundle Collection tool. This can be used to identify the firmware and driver versions of hardware connected to the host. To run this command, use this path. To obtain the driver type that the host bus adapter is currently using, type the following command. Note that the second column shows the driver that is configured for the HBA. To view the driver version in use, run this command. If you wish to see the driver version for all HBAs in the system, type this command into the console. To determine the recommended driver for the card, we must obtain the vendor ID, device ID, sub-vendor ID, and sub-device ID. This is done using the following command. Here we can see the different IDs of the recommended driver. To obtain vendor information for all HBAs in the system, run this command. You can now search the VMware compatibility guide for the 4 IDs previously mentioned. Remember that you can check the ESXi host version with the command vmware-v. Now, we will begin to look at obtaining network card driver firmware information. To obtain a list of network interface cards and names in ESX or ESXi 4, run this command. In ESXi 5, run this command. Use the ethtool-i command to display available information for one of the network interfaces, specifying its name from the previous step. To obtain information from ethtool-i for all network adapters at once, you can run the following command. In ESXi 5, the following command can also be used. To determine the recommended driver for the card, we must obtain the vendor ID, device ID, sub-vendor ID, and sub-device ID using the following command. To obtain vendor information for all NICs in the system using a single command, type this into the command prompt. You can then use these pieces of information in the VMware compatibility guide. And remember that you can check the ESXi host version using the vmware-v command. From both the ESXi version and network types, you then know the version of the driver to use. Any driver updates are available on the VMware Downloads page. For more information on how to install and update a driver, see KB article 2005205. This concludes our look at determining the network and storage firmware and driver version in ESXi 4 and 5. For additional tutorial videos, subscribe to the VMware KB YouTube channel and our blog. Thank you for choosing VMware.